Follow the money. That's what I always say. You always follow the money. Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Thanks for checking in. We're live in Vegas, Circa Resort and Casino. Coming up in this hour, 30 minutes from right now, the owner of this great property, Derek Stevens, in studio. What a 10-day stretch it's been out here in the city. Also, our best bets for tonight and this week. And right now, the Thursday night game, so intriguing. Joe Burrow's back for Cincinnati. And we'll talk about it from a Baltimore perspective as Glenn Clark joins the program now, covers the Ravens in that city for Press Box Online, and he's on the Progressive Guest Line. Glenn, happy Thanksgiving week, my man. How are you today?
Mitch, Pauly, happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Everything is good. Weather is actually kind of decent here in Baltimore this time of year, but I must have missed. I'm sure you guys hit me up with those pit passes for the F1 race. I'm sure you offered. I just must have missed that email or something. I don't know what happened.
I never got a response from you.
Next time, though.
Yeah.
I'll buy you the helmet drink for $2,000. Come on out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so entering this game specifically, short turnaround now for both these teams, but specifically Lamar Jackson, what is your level of concern with his health at this point?
It's serious. It's an incredible level of concern. I mean, he's going to play because he's been playing. He practiced today. He'll be out there. This is now the fourth different injury designation the Ravens have had for Lamar Jackson, starting with the hamstring injury that costed him 3+ games. Then it was the knee and the ankle, and now it's toe. And as you watch him play, you can see it's impacting him. There's no question about it. He's averaging 5.7 rushing attempts per game this season. If that were to hold, that would be 2.5 fewer than his lowest career rushing attempts per game, which was last year at 8.2. He's just not making, and some of them, it's really eye-opening. There was a 3rd and 3 in the first half on their second drive of the game last week where there's two giant rushing lanes available to him, and he's just not taking them. And they're saying nothing because they don't want the Cincinnati Bengals to be thinking about it. They're saying they're not even really answering the questions, right? Like John Harbaugh was asked this week, is it altering the offense what Lamar is going through injury-wise? And his answer was, I'm proud of Lamar. Like, he doesn't even want to discuss the topic. And Lamar is dismissive of it, but it is clear that he is not anywhere close to being the full superhero version of Lamar Jackson that we've been used to seeing.
Totally agree, and I watched the exact same play you did. Didn't accelerate, couldn't take off, hesitant, and didn't get the first down and won't rush. So they put themselves in this hole where they got to play him, and they have to win because of the 1-5 start. At some point, though, if they keep winning, they got to sit him so he can get healthy because they're not going to do anything with a compromised Lamar Jackson.
Oh, no, they're not making a deep playoff run with this version of Lamar Jackson. And I just don't know when that option would be, right? Like, this was the weak part of your schedule. And to their credit, they took care of business. They went 5-0, including actually winning one with Tyler Huntley against the best team that they played in that stretch in the Chicago Bears. But now it's the division games, which you have to win to make sure you stay ahead of the Steelers and the Bengals. And then it's the Packers and the Patriots. And, there is not a break for them at this point in order to make sure they get in. Perhaps if they were to beat the Bengals on Thursday night, it would be good for them to have the 10 days before they have to play the Steelers the following Sunday. And maybe that's a little bit of rest. And they appear committed at this point to not having Lamar Jackson practice on Wednesdays, or this week it was on Monday, despite the fact that was a walkthrough practice. I mean, this is the Monday schedule, and they still didn't have him out there. So that appears to be part of the strategy for how to keep him on the field. But, Pauly, I'm kind of in agreement with you. If this is the physical level that you're getting from Lamar Jackson, the defense is much better. We can talk about that. But the offensive line is not good enough. They are not running the ball with Derrick Henry the way they were a year ago. And I don't think there is a path, even in an AFC that looks a little mid, I don't think there's a path for them to break through it without a more superhero version of Lamar Jackson.
Well, how about this game on Thursday night, though, right? Because the Bengals defense is all-time bad. You can carve them up seemingly any which way that you would like. I get it with Lamar's health here, but tight ends have killed this team. I mean, it's historically bad against tight ends. Also, you can gash them on the ground. Derrick Henry has a great history going back to 2023, at least, against this defense. What do you think the plan of attack is here for the Ravens on offense?
Yeah, I mean, to your point, I absolutely think that they can. This could be a week that you look back and say either they got right offensively, they figured out how to adjust to a limited version of Lamar Jackson, or it's just a week. I think they're going to score points, right? Like, I think it's safe to bet that the Ravens are going to score points despite their recent offensive troubles. The real issue, they got to figure out what they're going to do in the red zone. But I do think they try to run the ball. Absolutely. They want to run the ball. They want to establish it. It's just that right now their guard play, in particular at right guard from Daniel Faalele, has prevented it. A week ago, Derrick Henry against the Jets ran for 64 yards. 55 of them came after contact. Like, he's just not getting holes to run through. He has to create everything at the moment in order to succeed. So I think they're going to try. I ultimately think they're going to throw the ball fairly well. I think that getting Rashad Bateman back will help because they have not been using the middle of the field the way that you would like to see them. And I don't think that this week is a week where I'm terrified they're not going to score points because, to your point, you and I might be able to score against the Bengals defense.
Yes. So you mentioned the defense, and Hamilton is good to go, it appears. I like your tweet, when in doubt, just blitz and send Hamilton. Is this defense good enough then to carry him to the finish line?
Oh, boy. Maybe. I still want to see that against better offenses. As we bring up, like this stretch they played, the quarterbacks were Tua Tagovailoa, J.J. McCarthy, Dylan Gabriel / Shedeur Sanders, and then Tyrod Taylor. And the defense has looked excellent, has looked outstanding, but it should look really good against that group. So I do want to see how it looks. Kyle Hamilton being able to be used in all sorts of ways makes a huge difference. The Draymond Jones pickup has been phenomenal. I mean, he gets fit in seamlessly. Finally had his first sack and a half, but he was impactful the first couple of games, even without getting sacks. He's been awesome and has sort of closed the gap in what we thought was a concerning edge rush group. But I still need to see it against better offenses to know that they're capable of doing this as you get into the postseason. And particularly against Jamar Chase, who, I mean, has killed them, guys. Like, Jamar Chase he had 193 yards in one game against the Ravens last year, and it was only the third most he's ever had against the Ravens in his career.
Wow.
Jamar Chase finished in 2 games last year with 457 yards against the Ravens and 5 touchdowns. So I'd be bullish. I mean, the numbers aren't good. Like, you've got to go over 100. I was looking at some of those today. You got to go over 100 to get plus money, but I'd still be pretty bullish about, with no T. Higgins. They're going to go to Jamar Chase constantly. The Ravens are inclined to give Nate Wiggins an opportunity to match up with him, but I don't think that's going to go very well because this is Jamar Chase we're talking about, and particularly a Jamar Chase that's now coming off of a rest for a week. So I got to see it to feel confident that's a championship caliber defense.
Well, now, by the way, Glenn, we're talking to Glenn Clark, Press Box Online. He's on the Progressive Guest Line. Jamar gets his quarterback back in Joe Burrow. And that's all correlated, right, with Chase's big numbers. That also means that Burrow has had great numbers. And in 9 career games, he's averaging 300 yards per game, 21 touchdowns, 5 INTs. But this is the tricky part. Like, he's back for the first time in 2+ months now, right? So what do you expect from him?
Yeah, it's a really fair question. Mm-hmm. I think you got to believe that he is at least close to being. Why do this right now? When you're 3-8, I get they made that late run last year where they won 5 straight games and nearly backed into the playoffs. But why do this right now if you don't know that Joe Burrow is at least close to being Joe Burrow? So that part of it makes me think that you're going to get probably something pretty close to what you would expect. And I do think that that's concerning for the Ravens. I just think this is such an unnecessary risk to take. I know it's a big game. I know he probably wanted to play in this game, but you would think that someone in that organization would say, dude, if you're not you, there's just no reason for us to do this right now. Like, the quarterback play hasn't been what's held the Bengals back.
Yes.
Like, it's their defense. If he could play cornerback, I could understand why they were racing him out there. So I do think you're getting a fairly healthy, fairly complete version of Joe Burrow, or else why is he playing in this game?
You always come with a lot of picks. Cincinnati's terrible against tight ends. Lamar won't take off and run. Any props that you like?
I do like Zay Flowers right now. He's been reliable, and I think I saw like you could get plus money at over 70, I think, yards for Zay Flowers on Thursday night. And I like that. He's been the one sort of reliable. They get Rashad Bateman back, but I don't think that changes a lot. Lamar wants to go to Zay when he does get outside the pocket. And so I do like Zay Flowers over on rushing or on receiving yards on Thursday night. The tight ends is a weird one because he's going to look for them, but he might go to Charlie Kolar instead of Mark Andrews sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm almost afraid to do anything that involves the tight ends. Or maybe I'd be looking to Charlie Kolar in a smaller number and thinking that might be something that I could play. But I'm almost afraid of going to Mark Andrews. I think Zay, of all of the individual props, is probably the safest one with yards that I'd be willing to play for Thursday night, just because he's continued to be the one reliable target that even as things haven't been working for the Ravens, they've continued to go to him.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to have at least pizza money on Charlie Kolar to score a touchdown in this game.
Why not?
Why not?
I've made so many worse. I think at one point this season, I told you guys to bet Zaire Mitchell-Payton to score a touchdown. Why in the hell wouldn't you put a little bit on Charlie Kolar to score it? There was a great scene with him and Lamar from this past Sunday. Lamar was mic'd up, and they got a great relationship. And he really does trust the tight ends. I will tell you, though, guys, 5 for 14 over the last 3 games in the red zone. 5 touchdowns and 14 trips to the red zone in the last 3 games. It's a real problem for the Ravens.
All right. Do they win on Thursday night?
I think they do. This is the Bengals. The defense is so bad. I look, I think they're going to score points, but I do think the Ravens figure out a way to win.
Okay.
I don't know if I would bet over a touchdown.
Yeah, I was going to say, sounds to me like there's no way you're laying 7 points here with Baltimore.
Yeah. I don't think I can do it. I think it's too rich for my blood.
Charlie, 7-1 anytime.
All right. Hey, Glenn, awesome stuff as always, my man. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Appreciate you.
There you go. Follow him on X, by the way, at Glenn Clark Radio. Up next, great email on the Heisman Trophy and why this would be outrageous.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Coming up in 15 minutes, Derek Stevens on the program, owner, CEO of Circa Las Vegas. We'll get into contest updates with him at that time. You can always email the show. It's ftm@vsin.com. This is a good one from Dave. I think, Paul, this is going to be right up your alley. You had a number on Genty to win the Heisman last year, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was at?
I don't recall.
Mike Palm had, I think, triple digits on him.
Yeah.
All right, Dave email says, as someone that had Genty tickets last year and did not win the award, when he rushed for nearly 2,500 yards and 30 touchdowns with 7 200-plus yard games, this Jeremiah Love will not win it this year with 1,300 yards currently. I could even make the case that Hardy from Mizzou is better deserving than Love with 1,400 yards and plays in a much tougher SEC schedule than the ACC. The only thing he has going for him is he plays for Notre Dame. This is ridiculous to even be discussing this.
Yeah.
Thank you, he says.
Very good.
Now, not every year is the same.
But to make that jump just because of one game and you're taking on a lousy Syracuse outfit.
That's exactly right.
And, I mean, what Genty did, Oregon was undefeated. He ran all over them. And twice against UNLV, and they had a good team.
I would say this. Like, if you crossed off Jeremiah Love and put in Ashton Genty from last year and he was having the same exact year, I honestly think the odds would say that Marcel Reed, Diago Pavia, I think all those guys would be ahead of Genty because he played at Boise State. And I thought Genty should have won it last year. And I did not have a ticket on him.
Yeah.
So I get his point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I understand that.
Sure.
Now, I know a lot of people have said that he is the best player in college football. That's fine. Does the best player in college football, based on your opinion, have to win the Heisman Trophy? Absolutely not. So...
Mm-hmm. Sometimes books make mistakes, too, and put up a bad number. Look at what's happened in the last 10 days with the Ole Miss playoff number. Yes was 3,500. It's now $6. The no has gone from 12-1 to plus 450, and nothing's changed on the field in terms of the record.
Sure.
It's just all off the field, and also when you take into account what the point spread is, and Kiffin's going to leave, and do they even get by Miss State? So... yes, win and in, but that's certainly a game they can lose, and only a 7-point favorite. And if they lose, I'm sorry, they're out. Not much. Okay. There's not much meat on the bone, and the fact that the guy's going to leave, you have to penalize the team with their head coach being gone.
What was the look-ahead number in this game?
It was double digits.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I think one of the most contrarian plays that a person would make this week, and I would, by the way, be here to listen to it, would be Ole Miss stomps them into the ground.
That would be. The other one is Pat Forty made a good point. I respect people that can do this, but it never happens. It's hard to keep a secret. How does the cat not get out of the bag with this one?
Well, okay.
Where it's like before the game, or right? Well, he's taking the LSU job. It's Friday morning our time, Friday afternoon on the East Coast. Will the will it even leak out by then?
Well, how about this 2-team parlay? Ole Miss crushes Miss State. Lane Kiffin after the game announces he's staying.
No, that's a huge payout.
Oh, I know it would be.
Big. That's just. I don't see any way that happens.
I honestly, that's what I want to happen.
If he stays, if he's already committed to Ole Miss, they announce it. We'll tell you Saturday.
I know.
When his daughter and ex-wife are at Florida and Baton Rouge every other day.
I think he should stay at Ole Miss.
I would too.
And do whatever he can. This one has the writing's on the wall. If he takes the LSU job, I'll say right now, he's gone in 3 years. He's not going to last there. He's not even a better hire than Brian Kelly was. Mm-hmm. And Brian Kelly was a disaster at LSU.
Yeah.
I think it was also Pat Forty who said that the ceiling at Ole Miss is the expectation at LSU.
Yeah.
So good luck, pal. Because if you're not going 11-1 and making the playoff and or deep runs every year, you're gone. You're gone.
Foghorn Leghorn, when undefeated, won a title. He was gone in 2 years.
Yeah. Oh.
And they might bring him back on the staff. Love Orgeron, but that you're right. 9-3, not doable, not good enough.
And oh, by the way, let's not forget, the team actually might have been the best or the second best team in college football last year, and they flopped.
Yeah, he was a big reason why.
Yes, he was.
He lost at home to Kentucky, homecoming.
The Florida game was outrageous. What happened there?
With Jackson Dart. Now, Dart threw a ton of interceptions in that game. He had a ton of bad throws with some interceptions. You can't lose a 14-point favorite against Florida. Can't lose that game. And I think these they're human. They're kids. They know. They're aware of this. It's like the guy's we have a chance to go to the playoff. He's turning his back on us. And we'll see what their performance looks like Friday. Now, tonight, with the committee, a couple big things to look for. Number one, where's Oregon? Because as much as they're going to knock them for their resume, if they're fifth, number one, you're telling me the Big Ten's not going to get 3 teams in? And the other one is, you go to a tough place to play at Washington. If they're fifth, are you going to drop them 7 spots for losing if it's a close game at a decent Washington team in a tough place to play?
Well, don't forget how far they dropped Alabama.
Yeah, that's true. I know.
So it is possible.
But Alabama wins, they're in, though.
I do think that Oregon is going to be, and the market is kind of agreeing with this, or I should say maybe I'm agreeing with the market, but money on Washington now pretty much the entire week. That is not going to be an easy game for the Ducks. That is no doubt in my mind a losable game for them.
Yeah.
So
I'd also like to see Texas Tech at 5 or 6, because then
they'll be there.
Yeah, because then it's if they blow out, even if they beat West Virginia, that should do it. I mean, you're not going to penalize them for losing the Big 12 title game, especially if it's BYU. The conundrum's BYU. Which is no one respects BYU. If they win, and they will, they'll be 11-1. If they lose a close one to Texas Tech, they have a compelling case with all these 2-loss teams. So you lose to a top 5 team twice, you got buried on the road. But if you play them on a neutral and hang in there, you got to think, hey, maybe the Cougars could sneak in. And I don't know what they're going to do with all these 2-loss teams. And I commend Chris Felica for working overtime with the Miami case. Especially if Miami's impressive against Pitt.
Oh.
But Notre Dame, certainly, forget about it. When are they going to... Notre Dame's numbers astronomical. They're already telling you they're in. They're sitting there at 9.
Right.
And they have a layup game Saturday.
The one thing where the committee has absolutely failed from Jump Street is that they never gave us, the public, any written rules here, the fine print. There's no set criteria.
Yep.
It's willy-nilly, and they make it up as they go along. And so that's going to continue to be the case until they actually would do that. And I doubt that's ever going to happen. By the way, they should get rid of the TV show. It's absolutely...
Oh, it's ridiculous.
It's unacceptable.
Well, it puts them in a tough spot.
Of course, there's no reason to have it at this point.
Yes.
And by the way, when the new chairman last week actually put his foot in his mouth 5 times, that makes it 10 times worse.
Yes.
That's not good for anybody.
Give them the money quote again. Notre Dame's loss to Miami is more important than Miami's win over Notre Dame. Yeah.
That's what they told us last week.
Yeah.
Which is just what?
Right. And they're still giving Oregon credit for beating Penn State. but they're not giving Miami credit for beating Florida and Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
There's no consistency there. What else you got your eye on?
Well, I hope that you're right with Texas Tech, because I'd like to see that team go on a massive run.
Yeah.
And like Notre Dame, I know that you've been making a big deal. To me, I don't even care. Honestly, I don't have a bet on them, so I don't care if they make it or not. But they are one of the best, 5-10 teams in the country without a doubt in my mind. They'll go on another run this year. I'm pretty convinced of that.
Uh-huh.
Like they did last year. I don't know if they're going to make the title game, but they're going to be as dangerous as pretty much anybody in the country. So Oregon is that's a tricky one. I thought Oregon before the season started, and as it was playing out, by the way, certainly had them very top of the power ratings. They have been docked quite a bit throughout the year. But I think they deserve it, too.
They lose 20-17, though. That's going to be hard to keep them out. Because that means you're only taking 2 from the Big Ten, assuming Michigan does. But then again, if Michigan beats Ohio State, you got a problem.
Well, where are they all coming from if you only take 2 from the Big Ten?
I know. That'd be, 6 from the SEC then? Those 6, and that's assuming no Miami. No one wants to see that.
No, but
you haven't even made the title. You haven't made the title
no.
game in 3 years.
Yeah, I don't care what conference it is. 6 is too many.
Yes. So I'm looking at that. Where's Tech? Where's Oregon? And what happens to Miami? Because at some point, head-to-head, if Miami beats Pitt, they have to look at the head-to-head. They haven't said they're on that same pool yet, where with comparing Notre Dame to Miami.
Yeah,
but that's got to be now or next week then. We got to do this.
I'll tell you this, though, Pauly. Current state of college football, it is good for people who like to take their shots, because forever it was basically 2 or 3 teams who could win it before the season started.
Oh, NIL with the parity now.
And
Money
you were
spread out, the players spread out, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
You were never going to get big odds.
Yeah.
Texas Tech is absolutely live, and like you said, we know multiple people with 300-1 tickets on that team.
No doubt. They can do this. VSiN Pro subscribers have exclusive access to all new AI player prop projections, powered by Opt.AI, the trusted data source behind elite soccer analytics in the UK, quarterback, wide receiver, running back projections, and the NBA props are up there as well, compared directly to DraftKings lines. Access it all with the VSiN Pro subscription. VSiN.com/subscribe. Get it now. VSiN.com/subscribe.
What a 10-day stretch to 2 weeks here in Las Vegas. You had the Cowboys playing Monday night out here against the Raiders. You had the F1 race. You have all these college basketball tournaments going on. It doesn't end. You have Thanksgiving week. Derek Stevens will join the program to discuss and also give us a contest update with Circa Millions and Circa Survivor. Next.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
All right, looking forward to this segment all day long. Derek Stevens joins the program now, owner, CEO of Circa Las Vegas. I cannot imagine what your last 10 days have been like here in Las Vegas. Busiest 10-day stretch, 2-week stretch of your life?
Yeah, I mean, between F1 and then throwing a Neon City Festival and lots of great football.
Cowboys in town?
Yeah, the Cowboys were in town, and then Bear Group coming into town, and now we got basketball. All this unbelievable run here Vegas has going.
Pretty good sports town now all of a sudden, huh?
Sure is. Look at this. They're going to go to 32 teams next year for basketball.
All right.
How about that?
Yeah.
I also see, because I valet, and when I walk over, they are lined up after the show at Golden Gate to get the free play.
Yeah.
The night starts here.
Night starts here. Night starts here. That's right.
Great.
But think about it. It's so good. You open up a bar from 6 to 8, get a couple drinks in you.
Yeah.
You get some free play, maybe hit a jackpot. How many good nights have we all had in our lives where all of a sudden you get a couple drinks and you get a little house money and then you're off and rolling?
No kidding, right? It's a great way to kick it off. Okay, So what's the breakdown that you have as we enter week 13A, Thanksgiving/Black Friday, Circa Survivor? 900 people are left. How many people still have the Eagles, Baltimore, etc.?
Yeah, so we'll start with Circa Survivor. So, as you said, isn't it funny? 2 weeks ago we had exactly 1,000, and now we're at exactly 900. So, with the 900, we've got for week 13A, you've got 300 of the 900 have Baltimore available. You've got 740. Of the Eagles have the Eagles available. which you would tend to believe those are going to be the top two choices. Not much left on Detroit, 161. Green Bay, 72. Don't think that's going to be much of a choice. The Chiefs on the road at Dallas, 483 on the Chiefs. But Chiefs have a lot of future value, though. You may have to look at them a little bit further. Plus, they've got they got a home game at Christmas.
Right. Okay. So I made the number earlier today on the show. 4.5 teams will be used this week for Thursday / Black Friday. Would you go over or under 4.5?
For week 13A and Circa.
Yeah.
Well, we know Eagles. We know Ravens. There's going to be some Chiefs.
Yep.
You're going to have some Lions. So that's 4 for sure. There might be a contrarian in there.
Well, you see it every week.
There will be.
14 teams were used this past week.
I'd go over. It's going to be over 4.5.
Here's the thing. Look, like, what would be, at the top of your head, whatever, but I mean, a number on all 8 teams getting used?
That would be something.
Like, is that a 10-1 shot, you think?
Yeah, the tough one is going to be one's going to be Green Bay. Only 72 out of the 900 of Green Bay. And if you've got Green Bay, you probably have one of the other 2 available. You're probably not going to take them. So I think Green Bay won't be selected.
Well, here's what helps them out, though. You got a guy with 7 left. You have a guy with 6. Scott Tribuco's got 4. There's a lot of people that still got 3, 4. They might maneuver, do an option. Who knows what happens?
Yeah, they could be doing
an
option.
Look, a guy took Atlanta last week. A guy took Kansas City. Some of the stuff, people step out and surprise you.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so what would you...
I would say over on your question, over 4.5. Yeah, for sure over 4.5.
What would you do Sunday? How many have the Chargers?
Chargers, I think, are going to be right there. But let's go. Yeah, so on the Chargers for week 13B, 644 of the Chargers. But let's not forget there's this one team out there lurking and don't have a lot of future value. 885 teams have Tua and the Dolphins.
Oh, boy.
Oh, they will be popular.
I think you're never going to use the Dolphins again. Yeah. You're starting to run out of cards left in your hand. So I think Miami's going to be heavily selected on week 13B.
Yeah. And that'll be from some people who do not want to be on the Chargers against the Raiders because a boatload of people will be, and they're going to want to avoid a possible landmine there. I don't know if the Raiders could beat UMass at this point, but I think some people will have that angle.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, but I think those two really stand out. I mean, Miami, you're not going to use them anywhere else the rest of the year. So either you're making the determination, okay, Miami is going to be a team I'm using, or they're going to be one of the 12 I'm not.
Yep.
That's the decision you're making.
You're right.
With the Dolphins. Hey, for Circa Grandissimo, the strategy is kind of uniquely a little different here.
How about the person who was on Detroit last week?
Oh, yeah. What a sweat that was.
Oh,
my.
You had no business winning that game.
What a sweat.
Oh.
So
it's pretty straightforward, isn't it?
Well, it kind of is. But opening game on Thursday, Detroit, Green Bay, Circa Grandissimo contestants. None have either one of them available.
Okay.
So nothing happened in there. Then we go to Dallas, Kansas City. Well, there are no Circa Grandissimo contestants with Kansas City available. It's Dallas only, which is an interesting thought. Then you get to the 2 big favorites. You got the Baltimore game and you got the Eagle game. 3 have Baltimore available, 3 have Philadelphia available, and they're separate. So you could say it is very straightforward. So you could say, okay, 3 with Baltimore available, take Baltimore, 3 with Philly, take Philly.
Yeah. I doubt somebody steps out there and takes Dallas.
I would doubt that.
It's an accident again.
Well,
I would doubt that as well in this, because Circa Grandissimo has been very, if nothing else, it's been very logical. And it's been very, okay, we're going to get through from now till next week. We're logically going to do this.
But here's the thing. If you go back to August/September, nobody thought it was even going to make it this far.
No
And you still got 6 people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great point.
I didn't think we would make it Thanksgiving. I was always saying right around Halloween.
Yeah.
This sucker might go the distance.
Oh,
Think
that'd be
about that.
something.
I mean, we're running out of time here. But Potato Commish doing it again?
Potato Commish, he had a 2-2 in 1 week. He's still in the lead by half a point.
Oh, okay.
Now, the one thing about Circa Millions, this is week 4 of the third quarter. So we will be paying out after $300,000 goes out after this weekend. So the third quarter leaders, we have a 3-way tie for first. K-Pitch, Pac-12 Refs, and Price Check. They're all 13-1-1. So they're going to have a fight to the finish here. Potato Commish still in front in the overall, 44-15-1. Money Gun Guz is now tied for fourth, 41-19.
He moved up nice with a 3 and 2.
Yeah. Coin Hop made up a little bit. So Coin Hop in second, 44-16. So anyway, this quarter ends here in this weekend. So $300,000 for the quarterly winners.
All right.
Well, I wonder if John Anthony's the guy who we had in studio with the card is in the card business.
Where will you see that? John Anthony.
Tied for
there you
fourth.
go. It's got
to reach out to him.
Yeah, could be. Come on in studio again, John. Yeah, look at gambling.
Is he local?
No, he big card sports card business.
Yeah.
Oh, sports card.
Yeah,
Okay.
but he loves betting on sports too.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I haven't seen his name on the. Okay, yeah, he's
Gotta
right in the
be,
mix to get a quarterly prize.
Yeah,
Good find. Good find, Mitch. Very good. You're ahead of your time. Man of the people. You pointed out you just go to the movies to get the popcorn and you leave. So you get Thursday. What's on your plate with the turkey? I'll give you 3 sides. Power rate your top 3 side dishes with the turkey.
Power rate.
Yeah, what's on your plate? I'm only giving you 3 options with the turkey. What are you going? Stuffing?
Number one is stuffing.
You're damn right it is.
Number 1 is stuffing.
Okay.
Number 2 is mashed potatoes.
Where's mac? You got mac and cheese on it?
No, I like green beans.
You do?
Yeah, I got to have something green in there.
Okay.
I do like the green beans, but the stuffing, definitely stuffing, mashed potatoes, green beans.
How important is gravy to you?
Gravy is very important. Everybody has their own like gravy is like one of those things. It's like pizza. You know, you can have pizza 7 nights a week from a different place. It's like a different meal.
Yeah.
Well, gravy's the same thing. You got to be careful. You know, you never want to go to. You can't. You can go to somebody else's house and like they call it gravy. Like man,
Great
I
point.
don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, I didn't know it was possible.
I would
2
say-
years ago they screwed up the gravy. Wrecked the experience.
No doubt. But good gravy, like great gravy, that's the key to the whole thing to me. But I'm with you. Stuffing you can't top. I mean, that's just as good as it gets right there.
Biscuits? You a biscuit guy?
I'd take corn if there was space on the plate. You only gave me 3 options.
Well, I know. I'm just in general. Right.
You're forgetting who you're talking to hasn't had vegetables since 1997.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, mashed potatoes, do they count?
Yeah.
You okay with that or no?
Yeah, I like mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Are you a dessert guy? I don't like. I'm a Scott Van Pelt. Get that pumpkin pie out of here.
I'm not
Get it
a
out of
pumpkin
my-
pie. I like pecan pie though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like cranberry sauce?
No,
I hate it.
I don't like it at all. I don't like it. I don't like it near my plate.
Damn right.
Let me give you something
outta
here
here.
to maybe reconsider. I used to hate it.
Yeah.
If you put like oranges and orange zest in there, you can even go pineapple if you want. I'm telling you, complete game changer.
Really?
I love it now.
I'm gonna try it today. I'm eating it berries.
Again?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I love
job.
it.
They'll have
I'm
it,
gonna
yeah.
have them a little orange zest in there.
There
I'm
you
gonna
go.
try it.
Man,
Save room for the Oreo cheesecake.
There we go.
good to see you.
Happy
Derek.
Thanksgiving,
Happy
guys.
Thanksgiving,
Happy
pal.
Thanksgiving.
All right.
Yep. Up next, In Pocket Plays here on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
The guy has an algorithm to determine the winner of any given college basketball game.
Someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything. You take it, take it, take it.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day. No way. I'll give you 3 to 1 odds. Nope. 5 to 1. Nope. 10 to 1. You're on.
All right, interesting game last night. Bizarre first half, all the interceptions. They really went to work on the game at halftime. Wow. Van Pelt and Clark were disgusted with what they saw.
Oh, were they?
don't think
I
it
wasn't watching.
yeah,
Okay.
I don't think it was that bad, but in any event, big win for the Niners. McCaffrey was great. Awesome if you bet player props under. Missed extra point plus 280 was a loser, and great job by all the books that all these props are up for the Thanksgiving Day games. A couple I bet, a couple I'm looking at here in a second. We'll get to those. The pending West Virginia plus 24.5 against Texas Tech. I'm with Paul Stone. Pitt +7 against Miami. Michigan +10.5 against the Buckeyes. Oh, Ryan Day, you got to do it. You got to do it, Ryan. Can't keep losing. And what a number this is now. Old Miss to miss the playoffs, 11-1. That is now +450.
You know, you could do at this point. I bet him 10-1, miss the playoffs. You could honestly now come back and bet a cheap money line price on Ole Miss to win the game.
It's only going to get lower, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Especially if the word leaks out that I'm bye-bye after the game. So, you only got 3 games Thursday. And Luke for Baltimore has only missed 2 field goals. He's 7 of 7 between 40 and 49. He's 7-1 to have the longest made field goal. Plus, they should be able to move it no problem against the Bengals. They get plenty of opportunities. Maybe Green Bay, Detroit's an aerial circus. I don't know. Or Campbell says, I'm going to be aggressive and keep going for it like he usually does. I don't trust McManus. And then, yeah, it's Aubrey and Butker, but you could get aggressive Schottenheimer. And, a lot of this is random and luck about where this falls. So, Luke, 7-1, longest field goal on Thursday. And I'm going to throw out Baltimore because I am with Glenn Clark. I'm concerned about Jackson and their offense. Most points, Lions +380, Packers +750. Also, there is every team to have a passing touchdown is $1.50, and every team to kick a field goal is +105. And anytime you can do it, at 9 in the morning on a Wednesday, Pacific time, you got to go to Finger Lakes. The 6-horse in the first race tomorrow. They got the bug boy on them. Catchphrase, 2-1. A friend of ours said he's worth a look.
I was going to say, now who put you on this?
Finger Lakes, baby. Come on. We're going to Finger Lakes tomorrow in the first race with the 6-horse. Catchphrase. There you go.
Okay, so what if it closes?
I don't know. I'm just
2-9.
I know. I know. Then we'll have to. I know. There's only 6 horses in the race.
Okay.
But the tip came in and make sure you bet this horse tomorrow.
All right. Best of luck. You got to tell me off the air who gave you that.
I know how it's going to end. How about
this now? Duncan Robinson was 12-4 over his made threes prop. He took 8 last night in a game that they scored 35 points. He made 1. Goes under. So the +124, no bueno. However, I am glad that I stayed off of A.J. Green and Reed Shepard. Both those guys, the numbers got way too inflated, and they had bad games. Pending Colts Texans under 44.5. Got to keep betting Texans games under when they're this high. The Giants on Monday night against the Pats, catching 7 in the hook.
I'm surprised. Really, you're strong on them. You really like them.
Oh, I mean...
Does it matter the quarterback?
Couple of guys... No, I mean, Dart, would be great, but Winston, I'm okay with that. The offensive linemen are hurt now for the Patriots.
It was a great tweet that there needs to be a rule put in place. Anytime a star quarterback gets hurt, Winston immediately comes in and gets the start because he's so entertaining.
I'm okay with that.
I know.
And this team has been in so many games this year. They have 5 different double-digit blown leads this season against good teams. So, and this starts... Did he break it? Go, buddy. Okay, now how far was that?
It was shorter than I thought.
That's not going to do it. That's not going to be long enough. Dendy got into the end zone. By the way, that's 3 for him now.
That's the hat trick, 35-14 now, Bowling Green. Yeah, I think that was only 20 yards.
He was at 67, 24, so he's at 91. I need... come on, keep playing this kid.
Right, keep giving him the ball in the fourth quarter.
UMass right down the field to score a touchdown, please. That'd be nice. So, got a tip from our buddy, Mr. Deneen.
Oh, he's the best.
Now, this game's... it started already. But UC San Diego +8 against Cal Baptist. Baptist without 2 key guys, including one dude who averages 19 points per game. You might want to monitor this from a live betting standpoint. So it's too late to get down to the +8, but San Diego leads right now 14-13. Wanted to point this out because I did bet it. But again, if you want to get involved, there's something maybe to watch. Maybe grab them right now and still get a decent number on them to either with the points or maybe to win the game in that spot. And that's all I have as of right now.
I would expect a lot of big tickets to cash on Thursday. All these bets that pay 30, 40, 50 to 1 with all these quarterbacks that are going. And these totals could be crazy with what happens on Thursday.
Yep.
And with the Survivor implications, too.
Oh, we're doing the show live on Friday. There's a non-zero chance I'm going to have to call in sick that day.
Yeah.
Because I can't say that.
Right now, best time of the year for bettors. All new Boomer Sportsbook bringing the action. Football, hockey, basketball, and more. Code VEASAN250 when you sign up for a Boomer's mobile account. They'll match your first deposit up to $250 in bonus bets. Get $1.05 on all NFL spreads every regular season game. Go see Nick Bogdanovich. Download the Boomer Sportsbook app today. Learn more at betwithboomer.com. Got to be 21. Terms and conditions apply. Also, shout out to Daniel Duncan. Has Indiana 150-1.
Great number.
And George has a 400-1 ticket. Patriots, Chargers, Lions, Packers, Eagles, Panthers, all to make the playoffs.
Okay.
All right. Good job with the pizza bets. You guys did an excellent job this week.
I just want to throw this scenario out there. So let's say for a second that on my one Survivor entry left here at Circa, I take a team on Thursday. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet. Might take the Eagles on Friday. Mm-hmm. But if I take a team on Thursday...
You have the Chiefs available?
I do.
Ooh, sexy.
I do. And I win, and then we come in and do the show on Friday. How unprofessional is it of me to be on the air rooting against Philadelphia the entire time?
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Or is that great content?
Well, no. There'll be an in-play standpoint. You can do a fist bump, and you can do a couple yes.
But if the Bears are like in that game late when we're on the air or with a chance to win, I'm going to be losing my mind on the air.
Yeah, you're not playing for milk and cookies.
Well, I know, but I'm also... I don't know if that's like...
Just be professional. It'll be okay.
I'm not going to be able to be professional on Friday under that scenario.
There's still 900 people left. Let's just see how many people wind up on them first, and
lot.
That's number one, huh?
A lot are going to be on Philadelphia.
Yeah. I think there's a lot. I wonder how many people planned this the whole time where it was going to be Kansas City, and they already used Philly and Baltimore.
Yeah.
So maybe they step out. That could be interesting. The other thing, too, I've upped my number. 65.5 people go 20-0. We'll have to revisit that discussion next week with Derek.
Well, let me throw this at you, Pauly.
It starts Thursday now.
What if we're on the air next Monday and we don't get carnage on Thursday/Friday, and then we're talking about the Chargers, Miami, most of the big favorites. What if we're talking about, I'm just going to say 850 people are still in this thing after 13B going into week 14?
I could see it.
Then what?
I could see it.
Then where does your number go from 65?
No kidding. Yep. Because now it's, at this point, I'm just going against the Raiders. I don't care where the game's played. Here, Pakistan, whatever. I'm going against the Raiders.
I wish they did play in Pakistan.
They're awful. So that's a good way. They're a total disarray. Jim Gray got his hand in the cookie jar. What's going on? Come on, Davis. But the other one is what was the price to make it here? And then what's the price that Grandissimo would have lasted the whole season? That's a whole other one.
Again, nobody had that.
No one had it.
Nobody had it.
We're still doing this. Even the great Frank B. They thought there was no way you'd get to Thanksgiving.
Frank, I don't want to put words in his mouth. I believe Frank and some of his guys ran the numbers. I want to say it was like 100-1 to make it to Thanksgiving. If Frank's listening and I'm wrong on that, I apologize. You can correct me on that.
December, yeah.
Yeah, right. But they ran the numbers on this. They broke it all down, scenarios, whatever, just based on math. And it was a complete long shot. I think the Westgate was a long shot to go the whole year as well. Had to be. What was it, 111 people in that thing?
Yeah. Although they don't have the...
no holidays.
The holiday rule here.
Yeah.
Getting juicy. No chop. No chop. How about we're down to 3 people in Grandissimo still? No chop. Not going to chop.
And the guy who does not want to chop at all, he was the person who was on Detroit.
He was on Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. That was going to be... That's karma, though. Some people are karma people. When you respond, go bleep yourself. That's a karma thing.
I would agree. All right, stay tuned. VSiN Primetime coming up next. Scott Seinberg's going to be on the air for 4 straight hours. Great betting info from Scott coming up next here on VSiN.